y'all ready to come on?
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
If y'all ready to move, if y'all ready to fool, if y'all ready to win, if y'all ready to lose.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
The dude's back live, the killer with a squad, so the movement back, they get the music back. And you got a courtside seat to get it straight from the source. How cool is that? So you can hate them, but the truth is that you fucking with the best, and we coming with the new shit black. Yeah, I need to know how y'all feeling. I need to know if y'all willing. So raise it up to the ceiling and get it going. We gotta get it up.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Y'all ready to ride? Y'all ready to fly? Y'all ready to live? Y'all ready to come on?
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Y'all ready to move? If y'all ready to fool? If y'all ready to win? If y'all ready to lose?
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Yeah, the mission is to kill a man. For the love, respect, and the dividends. For the squad, the game, and the Benjamins. For the soul, the art, and to get it in. Believe I gotta get it in. That's why I'm out on the push with no limit, man. That's why I'm out on the move with no gimmick, man. That's why I'm down to stop, I can't quit it, man. I'm strung out on this shit, I can't kick it, man. I mean, for real, dog, I can't quit, man.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Y'all ready to ride? Y'all ready to fly? Y'all ready to live? Y'all ready to come on?
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Y'all ready to move? If y'all ready to fool? If y'all ready to win? If y'all ready to lose?
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
The dude's back live, the killer with a squad, so the movement back, they get the music back. And you got a courtside seat to get it straight from the source. How cool is that? So you can hate them, but the truth is that you fucking with the best, and we coming with the new shit black. Yeah, I need to know how y'all feeling. I need to know if y'all willing. So raise it up to the ceiling and get it going. We gotta get it up.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Y'all ready to ride? Y'all ready to fly? Y'all ready to live? Y'all ready to come on?
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Y'all ready to move? If y'all ready to fool? If y'all ready to win? If y'all ready to lose?
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Yeah, the mission is to kill a man. For the love, respect, and the dividends. For the squad, the game, and the Benjamins. For the soul, the art, and to get it in. Believe I gotta get it in. That's why I'm out on the push with no limit, man. That's why I'm out on the move with no gimmick, man. That's why I'm down to stop, I can't quit it, man. I'm strung out on this shit, I can't kick it, man. I mean, for real, dog, I can't quit, man.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Y'all ready to ride? Y'all ready to fly? Y'all ready to live? Y'all ready to come on?
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Y'all ready to move? If y'all ready to fool? If y'all ready to win? If y'all ready to lose?
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
The dude's back live, the killer with a squad, so the movement back, they get the music back. And you got a courtside seat to get it straight from the source. How cool is that? So you can hate them, but the truth is that you fucking with the best, and we coming with the new shit black. Yeah, I need to know how y'all feeling. I need to know if y'all willing. So raise it up to the ceiling and get it going. We gotta get it up.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Y'all ready to ride? Y'all ready to fly? Y'all ready to live? Y'all ready to come on?
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Y'all ready to move? If y'all ready to fool? If y'all ready to win? If y'all ready to lose?
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Yeah, the mission is to kill a man. For the love, respect, and the dividends. For the squad, the game, and the Benjamins. For the soul, the art, and to get it in. Believe I gotta get it in. That's why I'm out on the push with no limit, man. That's why I'm out on the move with no gimmick, man. That's why I'm down to stop, I can't quit it, man. I'm strung out on this shit, I can't kick it, man. I mean, for real, dog, I can't quit, man.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Y'all ready to ride? Y'all ready to fly? Y'all ready to live? Y'all ready to come on?
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Y'all ready to move? If y'all ready to fool? If y'all ready to win? If y'all ready to lose.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Dudes back live to kill it with a squad, so the movement back, maybe the music back. And you got a course-side seat to get it straight from the source. Now how cool is that? So you can hate them, but the truth is that you fucking with the best, and we coming with the new shit black. Yeah, I need to know how y'all feeling. I need to know if y'all willing. So raise it up to the ceiling and get it going. We gotta get it up.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Y'all ready to ride? Y'all ready to fly? Y'all ready to live? Y'all ready to come on?
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Y'all ready to move? If y'all ready to fool? If y'all ready to win? If y'all ready to lose?
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Yeah, the mission is to kill it, man. For the love, respect, and the dividends. For the squad, the game, and the Benjamins. For the solo art, and to get it in. And believe I gotta get it in. That's why I'm out on the push with no limit, man. That's why I'm out on the move with no gimmick, man. That's why I'm down to stop, you can't quit it, man. I'm strung out on this shit, I can't kick it, man. I mean, for real, dog, I can't quit, man.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Oh, what's up, everyone? I actually pressed the wrong button. I was like, what? That's the wrong button. Freaking Stream Deck. Anyway, there we go. What's up, everyone? OG over here from PlayerEssence. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing? I'm going to go ahead and cut the music here. For those who don't know, if you're just wondering, that was from Madworld. It's called Get It Up from Madworld. That is a game that needs to come over to the Nintendo Switch. It's a game that needs to come over to the Nintendo Switch. I would love for a remaster of Madworld. That game got done really dirty by Sega. Let me just tell you guys a little bit of information on Madworld. So, Madworld was one of the original games after basically the core nucleus of Platinum Games. Clover Studio left Capcom and they made their own, they made Platinum Games. So they were looking for titles to make. You know, they had a bunch of talented developers on the staff. They're looking for titles to make. And the Wii was very affordable to develop for a smaller studio just getting going. So Sega and Platinum Games locked together to make a number of different games, from Bayonetta, Madworld, Anarchy Reigns, just a number of just different games. Vanquish, there's just a number of titles. But the Wii, they're back in 2008, 2007 through to 2009. I think it released in 2009, if I'm not correct. Madworld was being shown off or revealed or whatever. And Madworld, the funniest thing about Madworld, before we get going here, guys, and I'll say my what's up to everyone here, my what's ups. But before we get going, Madworld was one of those games to where it actually kind of made use of the Wii remote controls good, and it had a good mix of motion controls with button-based controls, and it was a solid game. It just was kind of short and didn't have a ton of depth, but it was a lot of fun. And there was local multiplayer. The local multiplayer was just meh. But either way, it was a fun game. It was really good. Now, people say that the game flopped, but the game actually didn't flop. The game actually did really well for the budget. Sega did not give them a big budget. This game was made by like less than 50 people. You know what I'm saying? It was not a huge scale game. I think they spent the most on the soundtrack for the game. No, I'm joking. They had a lot of underground composers and rappers make the music for the game, and it was really good. It was really like high quality music, the vocals in the game and everything. But anyway, the game actually did really well. It sold well, it did well, and what Sega did is that Sega felt that in order to take the franchise to the next level, that they needed to bring the game to HD systems and leave the Wii out. Like, okay, well, the Wii's done, because they made money off the game. The game sold like 800,000 copies or something like that. Sega took the money that they made off that game and made a pseudo sequel, not a real sequel, but it was essentially a spiritual successor to Madworld in a game called Anarchy Reigns, which had full online multiplayer, which had a full campaign. Basically it was a more fleshed out Madworld, but they left out the Wii. They left out the audience who bought the game in the first place, and of course it didn't have the motion controls and all that. And Anarchy Reigns absolutely flopped. It flibbited flopped. It sold horribly on the PS4 and Xbox One. And on top of that, it was actually sold at less at launch than the original Wii version was, because the original Wii version was $50. Anarchy Reigns at launch was a $40 game. So it sold less, it did horrible, and it had online multiplayer and servers, so the cost of the game was more. It didn't use the same engine, so Sega ended up basically trashing the franchise after that. It essentially flopped, and they left out all the Wii players. I didn't buy the game because I felt back then, I didn't buy it right away because I felt disrespected. I was like, okay, well, I bought this game, you know, and you're not putting it on the Wii at all, so I felt disrespected, so I didn't buy the game at launch. I waited and bought it later. For like $12, like at Albertsons or something like that. And I played through the game, and it's a good game. It's okay. It's probably better than Madworld, just because of the sheer amount of stuff that you can do in the game, and just how much bigger the levels are and everything. I don't know about the story. I don't think it's not as funny as in terms of like the writing and everything, but it's essentially the sequel to Madworld. So anyway, if you guys want to play Anarchy Reigns, you can go play it. You can pick it up. It's super cheap. There's tons of copies out there. Sega made too many of them. There's a bunch of copies floating around. You can get it for super cheap. Or if you want to play the original Madworld, you can also get that for super cheap because there's a lot of Madworld copies printed as well. So yeah, if you want to play both of them, I would suggest getting Madworld and then getting Anarchy Reigns. Now, what would be really cool is if Sega actually put together Anarchy Reigns and Madworld into one package and released it on the Nintendo Switch. That would make up for them. But I never really forgave Sega for that, because that really pissed me off that there was no Anarchy Reigns on the Wii, or at least there wasn't a pseudo sequel or something to Madworld, because they did take the money and made the sequel to Madworld and just put it on PS4 and Xbox One. That's what they did. They did do that. Some people just say, no, they didn't do that. I'm like, no, they did do it. They even put the main character from the original game in the sequel of it. Like he has this chainsaw and everything. Like they put Bayonetta in there. I mean, they did all sorts of stuff with that game. But anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and say what's up to everyone here. I doubt you guys even care anymore. That was a long time ago. That was like going on a decade ago now. So anyway, what's up to David Guido? What's up, man? Freeform, what's up? How's it going? Eric, what's up, man? Quantum L, what's up? Lucina, what's up? George, what's up? I'm a effing T-Rex, what's up? Mama Mercy, shout out to Elite Ninja Mama Mercy, Elite Ninja George. Also, Alonzo, what's up, man? M. Williams, what's up? How's it going? Let's see here. DJ King, what's up, man? Did I say PS4 and Xbox One? Sorry, I meant PS3 and 360. Sorry about that. Yes, they took the sequel, essential sequel. Anarchy Reigns is on PS3 and Xbox 360. That's what I meant. Sorry, not PS4, Xbox One. PS3, Xbox 360. Yeah, that really pissed me off back then. Like I was livid. I was absolutely livid as a fan who bought the original, and I got other people to buy it too. Like back then, I used to go on the like the boards a lot, like IGN boards and stuff like that, and I'd be like, oh, like look at Platinum, look at this game this weekend, and like yeah, it pretty much sold like 500,000 copies, like at $50 before it got discounted like to super low amounts. But I mean, the game made money. The game made profit, and they took that profit and made it on the PS3 and 360, and that pissed me off that they didn't give Wii owners anything after we essentially funded that, or you know, made that franchise. But anyway, my day's going good. My day's going good. Shout outs to Bernhardt as well. What's up, man? How's it going? Droid got banned. What's up, man? How's it going? Let's see, is Coloco? What's up? What's up, Coloco? How's it going, man? Good to have you stop by in the live stream, man. Good to always see you here. Got to have you on for one of our streams one of these days again. Yeah, so basically, yeah, Madworld, I would love to see like a real Madworld 2, or even just like a Anarchy Reigns and Madworld just like bundled together and just like put in HD. Well, Anarchy Reigns is, I think it's kind of in HD. I'm not sure if it runs at a native HD, but whatever, it's upscaled or whatever the case is. But anyway, Anarchy Reigns and Madworld in HD, full HD, and then put on the Switch, that would be dope, and that would make up for Sega's insolence, because I feel that if they continued the franchise on the Wii, we might still see something to this day. I think that they could have made a better game and then released it on the Wii, another one, and it could have done really well. Or even like just launch it on the Wii U. Like let's just say, okay, well, you know, we'll just put it on the Wii U at launch. That could have been a launch title for the Wii U, and think of how that could have turned things around, or that could have helped out the Wii U at launch, because Sega didn't really have anything for Wii U outside of like Transform Racing and some other junk. So I don't know. It is what it is. That was a long time ago, I guess, right? Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into it here. What's up to Mark Bryan as well? TG Lopez, what's up? How's it going, guys? Also, El Chupacabra, what's up, man? I think that's it. I think we pretty much got everyone. Casio, what's up, dude? Connor, what's up? Too Wild, what's up? How's it going? All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, guys. We got 160 people watching. I do appreciate all of you guys' support. Shout outs to Joy Got Banned with the $2 donation, and he says, what you think of my new Spider-Man shot on Twitter? Yeah, man, it was dope. I gave it a like on there. It looks really cool, man. Looks really, really cool. So shout outs there. Thanks for linking me that video, man. And thank you once again for the donation. I really do appreciate that. Go straight to the Ninja War Funds to help improve PlayerEssence. Just to give you guys one more thing before we get into it. Sorry about that, guys. Obviously, my camcorder, I don't know if my camcorder's broke or if my mic is broke, because I've been trying to do News Essence on, I think it was on Monday or whatever, and I just had all sorts of issues. There was buzzing with the sound. So I bought a more expensive, like $50 lapel mic. So we'll see if that one works better than my last one, because my last one was like $12 or something. Or we'll see if it's my camcorder. So I might need a new camcorder, or it might be the mic. I'm waiting for that in the mail. It should be here today. So basically going forward, until that gets fixed, the videos are going to be in this format in terms of like the PE news format. But it'll be labeled appropriately for the time slot. So News Essence will be in the morning. You guys are also going to get more original content, top fives, and also my new show, Retro Reboot. Make sure you guys check out my new show, Retro Reboot, where I talk about games. And I'll also be giving sponsors and Patreon backers, they'll be able to vote on games that I should do for Retro Reboot. So make sure you check out that. Make sure you're on the community pages and all that. Look out for the posts in terms of that. And I'll be adding to the show. I'll make it better and better. It was my first one, so I'll make it better and better. It's loosely kind of scripted, but not really. I mean, I have a couple ideas that I put down in front of me, but it's really kind of just talking about stuff. But I'll get it a little bit more organized and better as we go along. But I need to see the support kind of by the show, so so I can invest my time into it. So if you want to check out Retro Reboot, please make sure you guys do so. I did Golden Sun and Castlevania, and I'll usually be doing 2 games. So there'll usually be 2 games on there, and I'll give you guys the opportunity to pick. So hopefully you guys can support that show as well. All right, so let's go in and get into it. No, you're not too late at all, Outcast. Thanks for coming through, man. Okay, so let's go in and get into it, guys. So ARK Survival Evolved. That game is going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch. This was confirmed at GDC 2018. The developers actually showed off just a very, I wouldn't call it a tech demo, but I'd call it somewhere near that level, like a little bit. I mean, it's not like an alpha, it's not like a beta, it's just like a demo that they got, like just to show like a proof of concept. A proof of concept. Again, I got something on my lip here. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, proof of concept. I mean, it was a little bit more, obviously. I mean, they showed off the dude running, and they showed off some other stuff on there. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely there. You guys can see it. In terms of that, we'll go in and we'll take a look at it, just so you guys can see. I want you guys to see it, so probably should have just downloaded it and had it playing, but let's see here. Yeah, everyone just made videos on it. So crazy. So let's go ahead and let me go ahead and put it up here so you guys can actually see it running. I'll go ahead and add a source to here. Let's see, browser source. I need a browser source. Where's it at? Websites. Okay. Nope. I always do the wrong thing. I always do the wrong thing whenever I try to bring up a source. Let's see here. Window capture. That's what it is. Window capture. Okay. So there we go. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at it running, guys. Go ahead and unmute that. We'll turn the volume up and we can check it out.
Quite a unique experience, being able to take it wherever you want to go with you.
Our team loves this because it means we can create our content for fewer target looks and know that that look is going to translate to a full console experience across all these devices, including things like multiplayer and playing with your friends and joining tribes. All of that experience that you can expect from ARK is available on the go with the Switch.
Let me go ahead and hop on my trusty steed here, see if I can find a small dino to terrorize.
You're so mean.
Well, you know, that's how you play ARK, right? How have you played ARK?
Welcome to ARK.
Exactly. So we're really excited about this version. It's just amazing how.
All right, so that was that, guys. Let me go ahead and replay that just for people who missed it. Some people were asking if it was real. We're gonna go ahead and replay that again.
Punch a dino, maybe harvest a few plants, build myself a first, you know, initial base to try to survive the night. But it's really amazing how on the Switch we've actually managed to incorporate all the same visuals as every other console version. I'm just having it portable in your hand is quite a unique experience, being able to take it wherever you want to go with you.
Our team loves this because it means we can create our content for fewer target looks and know that that look is going to translate to a full console experience across all these devices, including things like multiplayer and playing with your friends and joining tribes. All of that experience that you can expect from ARK is available on the go with the Switch.
Let me go ahead and hop on my trusty steed here, see if I can find a small dino to terrorize.
You're so mean.
Well, you know, that's how you play ARK, right? How have you played ARK?
Welcome to ARK.
Exactly. So we're really excited about this version. It's just amazing how.
All right, so let's go ahead and exit off that. Okay, so that was essentially, guys, it's real. I keep on seeing people say, is this real? Is this real? Like, oh my God, like, yes, it's real. ARK Survival or whatever Evolved, it runs on Unreal Engine 4. It's real. It's just a matter, it's not a matter of if stuff can run on Switch. It's a matter if the developer wants to, if it makes business sense, if they want to. They can get any game running on Switch. At this point, with Unreal Engine 4, with the tools that are available, any game can be running on Switch if the developer wants a game to run on the platform. They can get ARK running on mobile phones. You can get PUBG running on mobile phones. You can get pretty much anything running on anything. It's just a matter if the developers want to and if it makes business sense. Like do they want to take the time to do it? You know, time is money. Time, and for these developers and for developers in general, time can be billions. If you waste time on something that doesn't sell, then you never get that time or that money back. So that's really what it comes down to, guys. Really what it comes down to. I also saw some people trying to link to me, oh, well, if this game is running on the Nintendo Switch, then Fortnite can come on there. And it's like, there's no question that Fortnite can't run on the Nintendo Switch. There's absolutely no question. The developers have already said they would like to bring it. Obviously, GDC is going on. Seeing ARK in action, that's really cool. I've never been interested in the game by itself, like not enough for me to invest into it like that, invest into Xbox Live, invest into the game. But on Nintendo Switch, where I can take it anywhere that I want and I can play with the community, I can play with you guys because you guys are my friends, then I'm interested in it. If the game is more multiplayer focused, I'm never interested in games that are hugely multiplayer focused on PS4 and Xbox One. I've already said this a million times, I'll say it again. I don't care what people think. I don't want to play with PS4 and Xbox One dudes. I just don't. People that are primary, I don't want to. I just don't want to. Now, I don't mind playing with some of you guys who have PS4 and Xbox One. I don't mind that, but I'm not going on there to communicate with the PS4 and Xbox One dudes. It's just I've had my fill of them. Okay, like just Sony and Microsoft. I've had my fill of them. I've had a lot of bad experiences. Don't feel like paying for their service to be disrespected like that. Like it happens all the time, like in Call of Duty, and people just saying all sorts of crazy stuff. So I'm done. I'm done paying $60 a year for that for that experience. But if there's a multiplayer game that comes over and from PS4 and Xbox One, and it's something that we could play together as a community, I don't mind playing it on Switch. But I'm not gonna stretch out and go buy an Xbox One X or whatever to play the latest Sea of Thieves or anything. Like, nah, I'm not gonna do all that. I'm not gonna do all that. Gaming's not that important to me now. 10 years ago, oh, absolutely, I would have been all over it. If Xbox One X came out 10 years ago and PS4 Pro and all these games, I would have been all over this stuff. But at this point, I don't even have the time to play all the Switch games that come out. I'm not going to sit here and stretch myself out for all these. So if anybody's wondering, oh, why are you interested in the game now? Well, there you go. I'm giving you guys the reason why I'm interested in the game now than I would be before, because it's coming to Switch. It's coming to a platform that I can play lying down like a lazy bum, that I can play with two Joy-Cons like Koizumi. Like Koizumi was in the direct. I can play it like that. It just fits my lazy lifestyle after I'm done editing for 8 hours a day. That's what the Switch does for me. I can play it on my little screen. I can play it on my monitor here. I can do what I want with my Switch. I can take it anywhere I want. I got an extra dock. I can put it inside I have a bigger screen TV in the living room. If I want to hang out in the living room, I can put my Switch in my dock. I don't got to move my whole system or my whole like cables and everything. I got another dock out there. I can just plop it right in the dock and play out there in the living room. It just fits what I'm trying to do. It just fits what I'm trying to do, so I'm not worrying about that. So just to let you guys know, I will play Fortnite and stuff with you guys, though. I'll play PC. That's as far as it goes. It's pretty much PC, because PC is easy to stream. But anyway, what's up? Oh, Fury Tiger's here. What's up, Fury Tiger? How's it going, man? I think I missed you on the way in here. Mr. Nickel, what's up? I think I said what's up to El Chupacabra. Mama Mercy, what's up, Mama Mercy? I think I said what's up, but I'll say it again, Mama Mercy. You're awesome. Liquid Metal, what's up, man? What's up? How's it going? You're feeling very down, Liquid Metal? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you're feeling very down. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully I can help you out with this stream. We're talking about ARK Survival Evolved, so that's another game coming to Switch. So that's exciting if you're feeling down. That's very exciting. And yeah, they were showing it off, and it's Unreal Engine 4. Now, the developers did talk about the game more, and I'll have a PE News / News Essence on this as well, but the developers did talk about it. So to sum up what they said that the Switch is not as powerful as PS4 and Xbox One, obviously, but they said that it's not, and that it's not necessarily a straightforward port either. Just to be able to play it. Like there's some stuff that they have to do to optimize and all that, which is of course. They're saying that basically that demo that they have at GDC, that it's running at 30 frames per second or right around there, 30 frames without like major optimizations. They're still going to be working on it. They're already getting. So basically, what they're saying is that they already got it to 30 frames per second, pretty quickly in terms of that. And then they also talked about how they just need to downsize things a little bit when it comes to the Switch version of it. But it's not as much as you would think. In terms of like the power perception and what's going on, it's not as much as you would think between the PS4 and Xbox One base models and the Nintendo Switch. The power gap isn't as big, and all the stuff that you need to do is not as bad as some people are making it out to be. But with the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, obviously that's a big jump in GPU power and all of that. And then they talked about the performance, because everyone's talking about, oh well, how's it gonna run? It doesn't run that great on PS4 and Xbox One, which I think that's just more of a sidestep of people being all really like nitpicky, like Digital Foundry nitpicky with it. It runs fine. I mean, there's some dips here and there, but it's not like it's chugging like Troll and I or anything like that. But they basically said that the performance of the game isn't necessarily the issue. It's the size of the cartridges. So the cartridges are a big or an issue, and the biggest problem is the 32 gigabyte carts are expensive. That's just the biggest problem, is that the 32 gigabyte carts are really expensive, and so they need to fit it into a 16 gigabyte cart. And that's where they're basically saying, well, we got to kind of downsize some things and shuffle some things around in order to fit it on the 16 gigabyte cart, because the 32 gigabyte cart is too expensive, which makes me wonder. It's like, man, like Square Enix really put that Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 on that 32 gigabyte cart. How much is the 32 gigabyte cart? It must be really expensive. And then people are talking about 64 gigabyte carts. Those aren't going to be ready for a while. Like it's going to take a while. So essentially what they're doing there, they're saying the memory's not as much as the PS4 and Xbox One as well, but there's definitely workarounds that they can do. So they have to reduce some of the resolution, or maybe there's like, instead of having like 3 or 4 dinos in one area, there's like 2, and then like a dino comes in later, or whatever the case is. And then they just talked about some clever compression algorithms. But all the content that you see, everything that you see on PS4 and Xbox One is intact and being put on the Nintendo Switch. So there you go there. It's essentially the game, but just reduced down a little bit so it can run properly on the system that's not as powerful, which makes sense. So yeah, that's essentially it with ARK. I want to get some of you guys' comments on it. When it comes to it. Personally, for me, like I said, Switch is just my main system. I'll play other stuff to play with you guys, PE Arena, but Switch is my main system, so I'm happy to see another big game come to Nintendo Switch, and I think this really should just put to the end the whole, oh, well, this game can't run on this, and this game can't run on this, which is just, in my opinion, so stupid. It's really dumb, just because developers can get any games that they want to get running on any system they want to get it running on. If they wanted to make a Game Boy version of ARK, it would be a different game, but they can still make a Game Boy version of ARK. it'd be a completely different game. I mean, and yes, there's some limitations. Obviously, there's some stuff that can't be ported over. But with the Nintendo Switch, generally what you're looking at here is the architecture, the design, how it's put in, the tools that they have. There's enough tools in there to run most games if you want to, if you're willing to do the work to run those games. So it is what it is. So let's see here. Why don't they make the game 16 GB on cart plus all the remaining gigabyte download? Yeah, they did. They did say that they could potentially do that. Frostix. That's something that I skimmed over. But they did say that that's a potential thing that they might do. Is that the whole game is going to be intact, but there might be some content that they add in later or DLC or whatever the case is that you can download. But they said that that might be something that they can do. So they didn't rule that out, but they want to fit the whole game on the cartridge. Like they want to pull a Skyrim, and like they took Skyrim, you know, that big old huge game Skyrim. That's like, what's Skyrim on PS4 and Xbox One? That's like, I know it's like 30 gigabytes, right? Or 40 gigabytes or something, or even Doom. Like they took all that and they put it on a cartridge. Well, Doom, you have to download the multiplayer, but let's just use Skyrim then. Skyrim is on a 16 gigabyte cart. The game is not 16 gigabytes on PS4 and Xbox One, but they fit everything that game has to offer, all the DLC, everything on that 16 gigabyte cart. And like you can't really tell too much in terms of the graphical differences between the two. And this is Skyrim, the remastered version. It has a lot of the stuff. I mean, it's pretty comparable. And the Skyrim remastered has improvements, a lot of improvements over the original Skyrim. So it's the same type of stuff. I mean, if you have great developers working on something, Iron Galaxy, just to let you guys know, did the Skyrim remastered on the Switch. If you have great developers working on things, you can get good stuff done, and you can make it to where it's not like super noticeable in terms of things. So let's go ahead and let's get out some shout outs here, guys, before I get back into you guys' comments. Also, shout outs to Matthew Compost with the $2 donation through Super Chat. It says, you think Blossom Tales will get a physical release? I think if it sells a little bit more, it will. But the developers, we'll talk about Blossom Tales in a bit, but I do feel that it will get a physical release if it does a little bit better on the market. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. Also, shout outs to we got the Fire Nation. Shout out, let's go. Ice, is it Ice Swallow? Ice Swallow hitting us up with that follow from the Fire Nation over there on Twitch. Thank you so much, homie. Welcome to the elite Fire Nation village. Hopefully you enjoy your stay there. Everyone in the chat, please make it feel very welcome. So yeah, awesome stuff there. Second primary system. Did I say second primary system? I'm sorry if I said that. My bad. It's my main system. Good point, OJ. Developers can do a lot with the tech available. Absolutely. That's why Nintendo designed the Switch really intelligently. But, you know, the funny thing is when people talk about Switch power and all that, there's really nothing more that they can do. The Tegra X1 was the best mobile chip on the market at the time that you needed to make the graphics chip. It's like, Nintendo put literally the strongest chip that they can put in there. So, I mean, it's like, there's nothing else they can do. They literally got these strong, I mean, the Tegra was just being shown off. Tegra X1 was just being shown off in 2015. That is the cutoff date. Like, literally, 2015 from when you launch it, because Nintendo launched the Switch in early 2017. That is literally the cutoff time. Like, you cannot wait any longer because you need dev kits in 2016. The system's launching in 2017. They could not wait any longer. PS4 and Xbox One are based off of 2011 graphics. Maybe Xbox One is based off of 2010 in terms of graphics cards, but PS4, for example, is based off of 2011 graphics. That is literally the cutoff. Like, you got to cut it off at some point because you need dev kits the year before, and then you need to improve on the dev kits. So you need to choose something and pick and go with it. Then you need to go into production. So Nintendo couldn't put anything stronger. That's the strongest that they can do in terms of the RAM. That's the most RAM that they can put. That's the I mean, they were going to put less. They were going to put 2. They're going to put 2 or maybe 3, and then Capcom got them to put 4 or whatever. I think they're going to go with 2. So thank you for Capcom for that. But I mean, like that's the limit. That's all you can do, man. So yeah, man. Oh, it wasn't me. Okay, cool. Excuse me. The DJ Ravista. I know people send me emails and people send me stuff like Twitter, link me articles, but guys, I'm always looking at that stuff anyway. So if I don't respond back to your Twitter post or to your link or your email, it's because I've already seen it. It's because I'm constantly checking Twitter, and I'm checking stuff. I have sources. I have people who send me stuff inbox. I have a guy who just sends me like all the articles super quick, you know. So I mean, if I don't ever respond back, it's not because I didn't see it. I think I even made a video saying that ARK could have came. Or I know I've made Twitter posts saying that they said that ARK could come to the Switch. So if I didn't respond back, it's not that, but I mean, it's just I've already seen it. Like, I mean, I've been doing this for a living for over a year now. Like, I see. I mean, if you've seen it, chances are it's like there's like a 99.9% chance that I've already seen it. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't respond back, it's not like I'm trying to be mean or anything. It's just like I've already seen it, and I've already seen multiple. I mean, most people link it to me. You know, so I mean, I don't know what else to like. I don't know how to respond to it. Like, oh, okay, yeah, like thanks for the article, but I saw it. So yeah, that's basically it. So, let's see here. PlayerEssence, I think the team is good with tools and okay, yeah, yep. So let's go in. If you guys have any more comments on ARK, we can talk about ARK a little bit more. I started up a little bit late today, guys, so I want to get questions going in at maybe about 1:15 my time. So let's go to about the top of the hour with ARK. So if you guys have any other comments on ARK, let me know. If I didn't see it, just put it down again, and I'll see if I can get it. And then we'll move on to Blossom Tales, and then we'll move on to Q&A. I had some stuff I had some other things that I wanted to talk about, but it's not going to be enough time, so I'll just put them in PE news and stuff like that. So, because there's been a ton of games being announced, I'm trying hard to catch up, man. Trying hard to catch up. So, Hollow says I mostly play on my Switch and PC graphics don't matter. Okay, yeah, it's gameplay that matters to you. Yeah, I mean, some people would associate, you know, like performance with graphics as gameplay, performance with not performance with graphics, but performance with like frame rates and all that as gameplay. So I mean, PC is good for that, but for me, like I'll take being lazy over PC like graphics and like frame rate. Like if you give me the lazy option, I'll take the lazy option because I'm old. Now, when I was younger, I would take the graphics option probably because I've always liked my consoles in the past more than handhelds. Like I've never been a handheld first type of guy or a guy that's like that. I've always been an upset all throughout college when I was younger and all that. I mean, like Game Boy Advance and all that. 3DS was great. There's all sorts of great portable systems that I like, but I've always liked home consoles more until the Nintendo Switch, and it's a hybrid. It combines the two things. It combines my laziness with great Nintendo games. So I will always take the lazy option over the performance option because there's a lazy option. I can lie down, like literally, like I said, I lie down on this ground and I will just play games. And sometimes I fall asleep and my Switch just goes to sleep on its own. I just put my Switch down and I just fall asleep right there on the ground. It just happens sometimes when I'm working late or whatever the case is. Like that's the lazy option. With PS4 and Xbox One, you got to be sitting up, you got to be looking at a TV. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be dialed in a little bit, whereas with Switch, I can just be the lazy guy that I am. So it makes sense for me. It makes sense. It works for me. Yeah, when you get older, I don't know, Raymond, if you got kids, and if you got once you get older, you might be taking the lazy option. Trust me, I was once that way too, where I take the performance option. But I'll take the lazy routes for me personally. I'll take the lazy route. I'll take the comfort and portability and lazy route over performance. So yeah. Tell them. Hey man, I'm just telling you guys how it is. When you're done, I mean, I look at a computer screen all day. I look at TVs and computer screens all day. The last thing that I want to look at the end of my day after I'm done playing with my daughter, helping her do her homework and all this, the last thing I want to do is be jacked into a game and looking at another screen. Like I get so sick and tired of looking at computer screens. Like that's what I do all day is look at computer screens. I'm done. Having a small screen to where I can just relax and play games with Joy-Cons in my hands and lie down is a dream come true. Because like I said, I'm old and I need to just relax after I'm done. Because like I said, your eyes aren't supposed to be doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like I even have a pair of shades, editing shades, coming in the mail because I'm getting like muscle eye twitches. Like it's just. I can't be doing this. I can't, and then I'm gonna sit down and play more games on 4K TVs, beaming that stuff to my eye. I'm done. I'm done. I'm too old for this. So my eyes. I don't want my eyes to be shot by the time that I'm like 40 or 50. So I gotta. For me, Switch is good because it's easier on the eyes, and it's just I can play relaxing, not have to be hunched over. So yeah, man. Unreal Engine 4 games are always going to be coming over. I don't think that this doesn't signify more games are coming over than not, Outcast. What I was trying to say on Twitter, just because there's already been a number of Unreal Engine 4 games on the Switch, but just because ARK is coming doesn't mean that, oh, ARK is coming, okay, now there's more games going to come. No, it's not based on that. All it's based on is if the system supports it and if the system sells. That's what games are. ARK is being announced for the Switch because the system is selling. If the system supported Unreal Engine 4 but was not selling, I doubt we would see ARK. ARK is coming because the system is selling. Plain and simple. It supports Unreal Engine 4 and the system is selling. Plain and simple. That's really what it is. The Wii U, there were tons of games that supported Unreal Engine 3 that the Wii U supported that didn't come to the Wii U. That just didn't come. There were a host of games. Rocket League, why didn't Rocket League come to the Wii U? Rocket League might have been easier to make on Wii U than it was to make on the Switch. Because Unreal Engine 3 has native support on the Wii U, and the Switch was not out. When Rocket League came out in 2015, the Switch, or the Wii U, was still somewhat relevant. That was the same year Splatoon came out. So, I mean, it's not like there wasn't some games. It's not like Nintendo didn't have some games coming to the system. It wasn't until the end half of 2016 that Nintendo completely shut down Wii U development. So, it's really because of sales. It's really because of sales and the system supports it. You know what I'm saying? Because there were so many Unreal Engine 3 games that didn't come over to the Nintendo's, like the Nintendo Wii U, like a million, like, oh my gosh, like if I could count how many games that were Unreal Engine 3 that did not come over to the Wii U, it would be ridiculous. So yeah, man. Are you talking to me? Do I have a link to ARK on the Switch? Dude, it's called a search engine. Just Google ARK Survival Evolved Switch, and you'll get tons of links to all sorts of articles and all sorts of things in terms of it. You can see that footage running or anything like that. You don't need a direct link. Just type it into Google. Let's see. OJ, the Naruto game. What is coming to the Switch? Is it running on Unreal Engine 4? No, Naruto. Not that I know of. I don't think the Naruto games are running on Unreal Engine 4. Not that I know of. I mean, I don't think so. Okay. Quillian Reyes has a topic here. He says, "Oh, I know it's out of topic, but my Switch got bricked from third-party dock after 5.0 update. When do you think they'll implement cloud saves? I lost my much of my save files for Xeno 2 and Xeno Breath of the Wild." Yeah, I talked about this. I said that they will probably implement cloud saves or some type of backup save system once the online is announced. I would think they're going to do cloud saves once the online, or not announced, once the online is released, and that's going to be part of the package or part of their expanded online or whatever the case is. That's when you're going to get cloud saves. Kind of just a little bit of a... You should never use third-party docks. Third-party docks, third-party accessories, especially for something like when it comes to charging a system. You should never use third-party stuff. You should always use first-party stuff, because third-party stuff is just flimsy and faulty a lot of the time. I mean, some stuff isn't, don't get me wrong, but I would never trust any type of third-party application with a power source. Like, that's pushing it in terms of what to do, especially with the Switch. So yeah, don't do that. And there's been warning signs. It wasn't just I know everyone knows about this now because of John from Spawnwave, but Nintendo Prime made a video about this a long time ago. I think about a year ago he made a video about this, or something like, no, not a year ago, or something like that. I think, yeah, it was last year. I mean, he tried to tell people, but Nintendo Prime doesn't have as many subscribers as, you know, other people out there. But yeah, never use third-party docks, especially a power source. Never. Like, that's just something you shouldn't do. Not blaming you though. Nintendo definitely needs to have cloud saves. That is something that I've talked about. It needs to happen. I talked about it because I said I'm terrified to turn on my Nintendo Switch at times. I leave it in its dock and I make sure everything's perfect. I make sure it's plugged into its own outlet. You know, like the Switch has its own outlet that I plug into the wall. I don't plug it into, you know, a power strip or anything like that. So I don't want my data to be erased. I don't use weird memory cards. I use the official memory cards, you know, and all that. I don't mess with my Switch in any type of way to where it could be bricked. So just be careful, guys. But yeah, Nintendo needs a cloud save system more so than anything. So yeah. What's up, Alton? Alton Venezuela, what's up, dude? Shoutouts, man. Thank you so much for joining us today. Yeah, man, it is scary. It is scary to have all your data erased. But Nintendo should have had a backup save system for a while. Like, I don't know why we have to wait this long for a backup save system. I think that's silly, very, very silly. The thing about it is, I wouldn't be like, if you had like a portable charging source, I wouldn't necessarily be scared to use that. I don't think a portable charging source would be as big of a problem, because of the way that when you charge something, you charge something. That's not the same. Like a dock though, and how the power goes through and how things are with it, that's a little bit different. But at the same time, I can see why you might be a little bit scared to use it, you know. But it is what it is. It makes me wonder what was the issue with the third-party dock that would make it, because a dock, it's just a hollow shell, you know. So I'm wondering what's going on with that. I'm really wondering what's going on more. I think maybe there's more than meets the eye. So, what's up, Larry? How's it going, man? Yeah, no problem, dude. I have no problem. He says, Larry says, what's up, OJ? How's it going today? Thanks for bringing us all the 411 on all things Switch. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All things Switch, Nintendo gaming news, Japanese RPGs, all that. I bring all things, all of that. So if you're into all that, check it out here on the channel. Also getting some classic stuff in as well. So some DS games. DS, I don't like the DS. Like, it's not one of my favorite systems, but it has some amazing games on there. Like, it has some amazing games that need remasters. Like, I would pay up to $200 plus for a Castlevania trilogy on the DS, like the Castlevania trilogy of games, to be ported to the Nintendo Switch. Like, even with even with minimal upgrades, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, HD, like, make it more clear, but like, if it was full remasters, like, let's say they remastered it, and I'll get to the donation in just a second. If it was full remasters, like, let's just say they fully remastered every single one of the games and released it in a trilogy, I would pay $300 for that. Like, I would literally pay $100 per game. But it's Konami, so there you go. Shout outs to Sean Sweeney with the $5 donation through Streamlabs. Thank you so much for using Streamlabs. I do appreciate that. And he says, Winter Storm Toby gave me a nice easy day at work. Guess some Tobys are good for something. Also, could you play Xenoblade Chronicles 2 main menu theme? Love that tune. Absolutely. And yeah, I've been hearing that it's coming down in the East Coast. So all of you guys, all of you Easterners, you guys are getting slammed with snow. Whereas here in the hot, dry valley of California, of Central California, it's actually been rainy. It's been super rainy lately. We've had like 2 or 3 straight days of rain. It's been just raining all the time. So you guys' snow is our rain here. So yeah, man. And for us here in the Central Valley, says obviously agriculture is really big. It's great. Everyone here loves the rain. Everyone's like, yay, it's raining. It's not as hot. So we all love the rain here. It's great for the crops. Great for the economy, great for everyone here. So most people are usually happy when it's raining, you know, around here. You don't get as much. People drive really careful. Funny is, like, we have less accidents. So yeah, people are happier here when there's rain, just because it's not hot. Because it starts getting hot around this time here already, even though it's just the first day of spring. Okay, so let me go ahead and play that music for you. Let's see here. Main menu. All right. I think this is it. Yep. All right, here we go. Rain is awesome. Rain is awesome. So let's go ahead and so basically, let's go ahead and move on, guys. I want to talk about the Blossom Tales. So Blossom Tales recently, not recently came out on Switch, but came out on Switch at the end of the year, and the developers basically got saved by the Switch version. So long story short, the game released on Steam earlier in 2017. It didn't do so hot. Nobody bought the game. So then they're like, all right, we need to do something about this. So Castle Pixel, that's the developers behind the game, said, okay, we have Blossom Tales. Let's try to see if we can put it on the Switch. FDG said, okay, we'll publish it on the Switch for you, because FDG Entertainment is the publisher. Castle Pixel is a very small studio based, I think, in Pittsburgh. So yeah, so I think there's a couple people on the team, maybe 2 or 3 people. But anyway, They said, okay, they put it out on the Switch at the end of the year, and it sold 20 times the revenues of Steam. So 20 times the revenue that they made on Steam, they made on the Nintendo Switch. And that essentially saved Castle Pixel from going out of business because they didn't have any money. This game was not making any money. At first, we saw that Blossom Tales was doing really well on the Nintendo Switch. It sold like 4,000 copies or something like that on the Switch, which was really good for a small independent game for the price that they were charging. It wasn't like it was like a $5 game. It was actually, I think, like a $15 game. So it's not like it's the cheapest indie game out there. And they sold really well. 4,000 copies for that small of a studio is good. But then they even went further than that. Once people found out about that, like, which is genius marketing by them, people rallied. More Nintendo Switch owners said, okay, well, I'll give it a shot, you know, which is great about the Switch. That's one thing that I noticed. Like, if people see that, you know, it's a small developer, they're more willing to give independent games a chance, and it essentially saved this man's job, saved these people's jobs. And anybody who bought Blossom Tales, you should really feel good about yourself that you bought it. And look, I know a lot of people take, you know, a lot of people just look at games as just games, but there's people behind these games. There's people who make them. They have lives, they have families, they have, you know, they have to support people. And if you bought the game, you should really feel good about yourself that you bought it, because you helped this developer feed his family, keep the doors open, all of that, because they would have shut down. He would have lost his dream. And for many game developers, many independent developers, making games is their dream. That's what they want to do. So so yeah, you should feel good. You should feel good if you bought the game. So yeah, awesome stuff there. So yeah, this theme is actually really good. It's really good. So let's go ahead and we're gonna move on from that. I'm gonna talk about it more in a PE news or news essence. So look forward to that. And if you want, we're gonna go ahead and move on to questions. Let's go ahead and get a number of topics or questions. Anyone? I'm gonna go ahead and play a double take of that song, Sweeney. Oh, I'm gonna play a double. I want to listen to that song again because it's kind of short. I don't know if it was loud enough for you guys either, so we'll go ahead and play it again. One more time. All right, so if you guys have any questions, let me know. Alonzo Vine says, I miss California. Yeah, man, I don't ever plan on moving out of here. Unless, like I said, when I go work for Nintendo, maybe one of these days I'll move to Washington, which it rains all the time. But yeah, California, man, it just depends on where you live. I hate San Francisco. I'm a huge 49ers fan, but I hate San Francisco. I hate it. I hate that place. I hate San Diego too. I hate both of them. It's too expensive. It's way too expensive. And the people there in certain places, not everyone, but just, I just hate toll booths. Like, I don't like San Francisco at all. So some places in California are cool, some places aren't, but I think the most chill place to live is right in the center, Central California. It's hot as hell here, but at the same time, it's really chill and it's really cheap to live here. So, so yeah, I do like it here. I don't plan on moving anytime soon. It's just hot. That's the only thing you have to deal with. It's hot. Up north in like San Francisco, they don't have air conditioning. A lot of their houses don't have air conditioners. Same thing goes for San Diego because the weather is so good. It's like here, if you don't have an air conditioner here in the Central Valley, you'll die, you know, which that's happened before. People literally die because their air conditioner broke and they can't fix it and they die. So yeah, you need an air conditioner. That's the main thing. Not to laugh at people dying, but you need an air conditioner. So yeah. But OJ, San Francisco has Japantown. I mean, that's cool. It's a cool tourist attraction. But like, if you went there, if you saw the mortgage or the rent, dude, like you're paying like $3,000 for like a box, like literally like a box, like a quarter the size of my house here. This house that I have, which is almost 2,000 square foot, a little bit under 2,000 square foot, 4 bedrooms. This house would cost almost $1 million in San Francisco. This house here cost me under $200,000. So it's not worth it. You can make $100,000 in San Francisco a year and still be poor, and you need roommates. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, man. I don't hate like San Francisco, like the people there per se. I just, like I said, just the cost of living there is too expensive. It's just, everything's so expensive there. Food, everything's just super expensive. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to me. Okay, so let's see. Portugal? Okay. Maybe one of these days I'll go to Portugal. Outcast says, OJ, on the topic of smaller / indie games, what else do you want to see on the Switch? I'm playing Unreal Engine 4 game called Earthfall, and the devs showed a lot of interest on the system. Okay. Unreal Engine 4 or indie games on the Switch. You know, to be honest, I don't have any necessarily, like, maybe like Absolver. I've heard about that game. Maybe that's a game that can come over to the Nintendo Switch. Obviously Fortnite, everyone wants to see that game. That's not an indie game, but excuse me, another Unreal Engine 4 game. So yeah, there's lots of stuff. There's lots of things, but Absolver would probably be my number one pick, which is like a custom like fighting game, like where you can make your own martial arts in the game. So yeah, I mean, I think that game would be pretty cool. San Francisco sounds like NY. Yeah, man, there's a lot of similarities between the two when it comes to pricing of housing and just the density of how people live, you know, and everything. So yeah, man. Larry says, admit it, you just don't like IGN. No, they have a Los Angeles studio too. IGN has a Los Angeles and San Francisco studio, if I'm not correct. Maybe they don't have a Los Angeles studio. Never mind. I know their main base is San Francisco, right? Yeah, I don't think they have a Los Angeles studio. No, hasn't it? No, I like IGN. I like Philip is on IGN. Pierre Snyder's on IGN. Brian Altano. I like the Nintendo team over at IGN. I like it. IGN used to be my go-to source for gaming. They're one of my inspirations for doing my website and being in gaming, so I can't knock IGN. I can't knock them. The music is so good. Yeah, the music's really good. Want to come to Texas, OJ? Not necessarily. See, I mean, Texas seems fine and all. Maybe I'm trying to think if there's any way that I'd want to come to Texas, and there's not really any way. I mean, Tim Duncan retired. That was probably my biggest opportunity to go to Texas, was to go watch Tim Duncan play in San Antonio, but he's no longer there, and he's one of my favorite players of all time. So no Tim Duncan. Don't really feel like going to Texas anymore. So you do have James Harden. Maybe one of these days I will go see James Harden in Houston. So yeah, there is James Harden. I really want to see James Harden play live. But the thing about it is, like, why go see James Harden play live when I can probably go to San Francisco and watch James Harden in San Francisco, because it's probably going to be Golden State Warriors versus the Houston Texans. Or sorry, not Houston Texans. That's football. Versus the Houston Rockets. So I can just go watch James Harden play in California. So I don't know, but I think it would just be cool to see the home atmosphere, to see James Harden play, because James Harden's become one of my favorite basketball players. So maybe I'll visit Texas one of these days for that, before James Harden is done, because I think he's what, 27 now. So I mean, I'm not saying that he's getting near the end of his prime, but you know, you never know. So yeah. OJ, what do you think? What do you think of the Nindy Fantasy Strike? I'm thinking of getting it over Street Fighter. It looks better. Well, Street Fighter has like 1 million games on there, so I don't know if it's better, just because Street Fighter gives you like way more value. And not trying to knock on Fantasy Strike, but I doubt Fantasy Strike is as good as Street Fighter Third Strike. I highly doubt Fantasy Strike is as good as Street Fighter Third Strike. And in the Street Fighter collection, you get Third Strike, you get Alpha 1, 2, 3, you get all the hyper fighting turbos and all that, and I honestly doubt Fantasy Strike is better than those games. Especially Third Strike. And Third Strike has online play. So, yeah, man. I don't know about that, dude. So, yeah. Let's see here. What games caught your eye from the Nindies Showcase? You liked Fall Messenger and Bomb Chicken, TG? Well, for me, the game that caught my eye really was Fantasy Strike caught my eye. But then also, apparently the Banner Saga is pretty cool. It's like a Fire Emblem-ish. The Nightfall game looked okay. I thought that looked pretty cool. The Messenger, that looked really good as well. That 8-bit to 16-bit game. So yeah, those were all the games that really kind of caught my eye within the Nindies Direct deal. Yo, OJ, come to Florida and switch. Come to Florida and switch from the suffering, sweltering heat to the sweating, extremely high humidity. We have pretty high humidity here too in the Central Valley. It's not as bad as Florida, but we have high humidity here. But the only reason why that I go to Florida is for, I think you guys have like the Disney World or whatever, like Orlando, Florida Studios or whatever. I'd probably go for that. But that'd probably be the only reason, and maybe to go play against like the Smash scene there, but apparently like ESAM and MVD are moving from Florida. And I hear, like, look, and I'm not trying to say that Florida, like all of you guys are crazy, but I hear about the craziest things about Florida. Like the other day, like some girl basically dressed down to her underwear, rode into a nightclub on a horse, on horseback. She rode into a nightclub on horseback, essentially half naked. Like, who does that? I've never heard of that happening anywhere else but Florida. I mean, I bet it's happened, but these are the type of things that happen in Florida. Like, I remember there was another story of where a guy took a seat, put the seat in the center of an oncoming traffic and everything, and he was eating pancakes. He was eating pancakes in rush hour traffic in the middle of the road, took a seat, sat down, thought it was like Denny's or something, and was just eating. And I was just like, and all of these stories come from Florida. I mean, and there's even nastier and sicker stories that come out of Florida. So I don't know if I want to be swept up in that, dude. So I mean, like, not trying to say all of you guys are crazy, but I mean, if you read a lot of the crazy stuff that happens, bruh, like 50% of it is from Florida. So yeah, man. I mean, but when a brother needs his pancakes, a brother needs his pancakes. So I mean, I'm not trying to fault him for that because they look like some good pancakes. I will give him that. They look like some absolutely delicious pancakes, and maybe he just needed a place to eat. You know, so it is what it is there, man. Is what it is there. So let's go ahead and move on to any other questions you guys got. We're gonna be answering questions for about a good 30 minutes or so more. So. Yeah, exactly. TG says only in Florida. I hear crazy stuff pretty often. Absolutely, man. The craziest stories come out of Florida. The craziest stories. There's, like I said, there's some more nastier ones about stuff, that illegal stuff that happens that you shouldn't be doing. Not like drugs or narcotics, but like just nastier stuff that happens between parents and. But whatever. Not gonna. But there's just crazy stuff that happens in Florida. So yeah, man. I think Florida's great though. I think Florida's great. When I was a kid, I used to like watching the Miami Hurricanes, from the college football, the U. I used to love watching them, man. They had The Rock on there. The Rock was on that team. They had Warren Sapp. They had so many great players. Michael Irvin played there. Who else did they have? They had Sean Taylor. God bless his soul. Sean Taylor, he's deceased, but he was my favorite safety. That's the position that I played when I played defense. I played safety, strong safety. Sean Taylor was my favorite. I used to watch every game I watched Sean Taylor play. Man, he was a hard hitter. But I love Sean Taylor, Clinton Portis, Frank Gore. Frank Gore was a 49ers player. He played at Miami. So I mean, I grew up thinking that Miami was so great because of the Miami University, you know, the U, the Hurricanes, you know. So good stuff, man. Good stuff. So yeah. Yeah, Florida has some amazing football players. They have some amazing football players. Absolutely. Miami Hurricanes. That university has had some of the greatest players of all time. That university in particular has had some of the greatest players of all time. And my favorite player, or one of my favorite players ever, Frank Gore, went there. So, you know. So any other questions, guys? Metroid Prime trilogy to come to Switch or not? We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. We don't know about that yet. Arizona. Yeah, I've actually been to Arizona before, Mama Mercy. I've been to Arizona a number of times for business and also for sports. So yeah, been to Arizona. It's pretty close to California. It's not close. It's not too bad. So yeah, I've been to Arizona. Been to Phoenix a lot. What games are we playing for P Arena this weekend? So, David, what you need to do, man, I need to make sure that if you want to know what games we're going to be playing, we did introduce a brand new voting system on PlayerEssence. So, if you go to my actual channel page, go to the community tab, we actually were voting on it. So, you can actually see what games we're going to be playing based on the votes. So, make sure you head over to the community tab and log your votes if you want to see what games we're going to be playing. Let's see here. Sounds like I'm a big hockey fan. Are you talking to me? No, I'm not. When I was a kid, I was a hockey fan. Not anymore. I don't know if you're talking to me though, Larry. I loved the LA Kings when I was younger. I was a big hockey fan. Wayne Gretzky was my favorite. And I used to watch the LA Kings all the time. But not anymore. And the Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks got me into hockey. Those Mighty Ducks films. And I used to watch, but then I kind of stopped because nobody really plays hockey here because just nobody does play hockey here. We don't have many, like, there's no high school hockey programs or anything like that. If you want to play hockey, you got to spend money. You got to spend a lot of money. You got to be on a private team. So hockey was out of the equation for me. There's much easier sports to play, football and basketball and stuff like that, soccer. So, hey OJ, what do you think of Jack from Madworld making it into Smash? No. I don't think so. No. Jack from Madworld, I mean, he could, but at the same time, like, I don't want a new character. I don't want a third-party new character slot wasted on Jack. Jack's cool and all, and trust me, like, I'd use him, but I honestly don't want a spot wasted on Jack. I want that spot for Chrono. I don't know how many third-party character slots we got. I mean, like, really, there's only like a couple. There's only like a few, right? There wouldn't be a lot that we would actually get that are new, brand new ones. I mean, we got Cloud. Bayonetta was a completely different thing. That was the whole poll, you know. So Cloud was the one that we got, and also, I mean, we got Pac-Man. So Cloud and Pac-Man were the two original new characters. I mean, Sonic was already in there from Brawl. So yeah, I mean, Mega Man. Oh yeah, we got Mega Man. So three. We got three. We got three third-party characters added in. One of them being DLC. So I mean, if we get three third-party, let's just say we got three third-party slots. I just doubt Jack would be. I don't know if Jack is going to be a spot on there for him. So, so yeah, man. I'd like to see Chrono. I would like to see other guys make it over Jack. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Quack, quack, quack. OJ, did you see the Smash roster I sent you on Twitter? I did, man, but I mean, I don't know what you want me to react to. It's obviously not the real roster, so I don't know how to react to it. So I'm sorry, I didn't like it or anything because I saw it, but it's just, I don't know, what do I say to it? I'm sorry, man. So yeah, yeah, make sure you guys check my page every single day. Check my page and hit the notification button. Hit the notification bell so you get all my videos, you get posts from the community page and all that, so you can vote on stuff, so you can see videos coming up. The community page is a great tool. I mean, obviously, you guys are all here. You guys are all big PlayerEssence fans, so you guys should be checking PlayerEssence at least a couple times a day, at least 3 or 4 times a day, outside of videos being posted, because the community page is probably the biggest thing, to where you guys can go and give feedback. You guys can do suggestions for Retro Reboot. I mean, there's all sorts of cool stuff that you can do on the community page. So, highly suggest you guys visiting there at least a couple times a day out of, you know, out of your, I know a lot of you guys are busy working and all that, but if you can just take a little bit of time to check out the community page every now and then, that'd be great. Ryu, you're right, Ryu. So there's another slot right there. I missed Ryu. I did forget about that. So yeah, that's 4. That's not a bit. Ryu DLC slot. So I mean, if you look at, let's take a look at those characters, guys. Let's take a look at those characters. Cloud, Mega Man, Pac-Man, Ryu. Cloud, Mega Man, Pac-Man, Ryu. Those are all Sonic and Bayonetta somewhat in her own right. I mean, those 6 characters are iconic. All of them are iconic, are big, like, heavy hitters, or have a game that's coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's coming out, or some type of thing that's happening. Jack, the problem with Jack is that Jack has done Jack squat since the Wii days. You know what I'm saying? He's done nothing. His sequel wasn't on the Switch, or wasn't on the Wii or the Wii U. If Jack was on the Wii or the Wii U, more of Jack, then I'd say, okay, I got it. Because Jack isn't iconic. He's not an iconic Japanese character. You know, so either you have to be an icon, or you have to do something for Nintendo. And Jack has just not done enough. And that's why when people talk about Labo Man, I'm like, what has Labo Man done? Labo Man's done nothing. People are just like, they want Labo Man because it's stupid looking. Like, you know, because it's stupid looking and it'd be funny. But these are the same people who want Labo Man. They're the same people that would cry or get upset when one of their characters that they want doesn't get put in. Oh, well, why didn't you put in this character? Oh, well, maybe because Labo Man's in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't want them wasting time and effort on Labo Man, you know? OJ, you should make your Discord public. No. Stop, and first of all, Weeaboo, please stop spamming that. Please stop spamming. I saw it. You got banned for doing nothing from Switch Force? It's unfortunate. Bayonetta better get nerfed. She will. Waste time on Simon Belmont. I agree with. Okay, Simon Belmont. I agree with Simon Belmont, because Simon Belmont has been on multiple, or Castlevania has been on multiple Nintendo systems. It's synonymous with the NES. There's been the trilogy on the DS. There is history with Castlevania and Nintendo. So I get Simon Belmont. I get Soma Cruz. I get the tall, pretty girl from Order of Ecclesia. I forgot her name. I get her. I get even Portrait of Ruin. I get anything from Castlevania. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because Castlevania, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I said, like, my two most likely characters were two icons. Bomberman. Bomberman, Super Bomberman R. You also have Super Bombermans that's been on multiple Nintendo systems. And Chrono, because Chrono was the face of the Super Nintendo at one point, kind of, with RPGs in, you know, in the mid-90s. So I get those two characters. And all that, but then we also have the re-release of Chrono Trigger on the DS as well. So to me, those are both, like I said, icons in Japanese gaming. TG says, OJ, do you think it's possible for Diddy Kong Racing to make a return? I don't know if it's possible for Diddy Kong Racing to make a return at this point. I mean, yeah, it is. Anything's always possible. But I don't. Labo Man would be funny, but it'd be a wasted slot. I think that if they're gonna do Labo Man, just make him like a Mii skin or something like that. Make it like to where like your Mii dresses up as Labo Man. You don't need a whole character slot wasted on Labo Man. That should be like a Mii. That should be like a Mii character. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Party Man says the same thing. Yeah, hey OJ, that's exactly what I said as well. People want Labo Man, but will cry about their character not coming. People are very silly. Exactly. Like, you know, like for me, like I want Wolf to come back. Okay, so let's say they make a completely new custom Wolf. And let's say Wolf doesn't come back, but then at the same time, I was saying, oh, I want Labo Man. And, you know, you can't have both. Like, you can't sit here and say, oh, I want this character. And then when a character comes, you know, you're pushing for one character. And then if your character that you want doesn't come, well, they wasted that slot on Labo Man, a guy that's irrelevant at this point. That we don't even, like, Labo Man is literally irrelevant at this point. He's done nothing for Nintendo at this point. He's done nothing. So, I don't know why people are campaign. Like I said, it's just because it's funny. It's stupid looking and it's funny. That's why people want Labo Man. It's stupid looking and it's funny. All right, there's a lot of questions going up here. So Nate Meza says, "Hey OJ, do you think that since Nintendo has changed their outlook on the way they release titles since the Switch has been put out to the public, do you think there's a chance Paper Mario sequel happens?" Well, we got Color Splash. Is like a Paper Mario sequel, like from Intelligent Systems, like the old school Paper Mario, like that. I think that there's a chance, but I mean, I doubt Nintendo's not going to make a Paper Mario game. Just will it be like Paper Mario Color Splash, or will it be like Sticker Star, or will it be like the old school Paper Mario games? You know, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. That's the biggest question. It's not if they're going to make a Paper Mario. It's like what style is it going to be? So. Personally, for me, I would like to see like a more of an RPG Paper Mario. Although Color Splash, I don't like because Color Splash like shoehorns in the Wii U gamepad. I can't. I tried to play that game. I can't play it. It's just I can't do it. But yeah, we'll see. Golden Sun characters over Labo Man. Absolutely, because Golden Sun's been around for longer. So Golden Sun, Isaac needs to be in there. Bring Diddy Kong to Mario Kart. Well, the biggest thing with Mario Kart and Diddy Kong Racing, it had that whole unique thing like where you had hoverboards or like airplanes, and then you also had like what are those things called, like jet boats or whatever. It had and you had carts, so it was like a multi-tier type of racing. You know, Mario Kart kind of has that with like the glider and all that, but it's not the same thing because like literally like Diddy Kong Racing, like you were like flying through the skies, you know what I'm saying? So just bringing Diddy to them wouldn't necessarily be a good replacement, but maybe they make a whole new Mario Kart that's like Diddy Kong Racing, and then they call that Mario Kart 9, and then they just put Diddy Kong in there. I think that's one way to do it. If that maybe that's what you're trying to say. Maybe that's what you're trying to say. So yeah, look at Arlo's video about Paper Mario. If I have time. I don't know. I mean, Arlo seems cool and all, but I mean, he looks like that's like the Cookie Monster guy, right? That's the blue dude, right? Yeah, if I have time, I'll watch it, but I don't know if I need to watch a whole video on Paper Mario, you know, about Paper Mario. OJ, last year you talked about Nintendo possibly funding a Vanquish remaster and Vanquish for the Switch. Is that still going to happen? Is that still going to happen? No, there's not anything that's possible that's going to happen. Could it happen? Absolutely. Is it going to happen? Who knows? Who knows? I have no idea about that. Yes, Yoshiaki Koizumi is probably going to be the next president. Yeah. For Nintendo. Hovercraft and boat. Yeah, there we go. Hovercraft or whatever. It's like a boat that can like go on water. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. It's like a boat that like kind of like, but like you can ride the boat off of water too. That's why I say it's like a hover boat or something, because it's like a normal boat. Like you can only like a boat. You can't drive a boat on the ground. You know what I'm saying? But like Diddy Kong Racing, like that boat or whatever, like you can drive it on the ground too. You know what I'm saying? Like it can do both. That's why I said that. This Nef one, I need to make a whole video on this topic because I hate this topic, but I'll answer it. OJ, what do you think about Banjo-Kazooie and Smash, and how realistic would it be? It's not realistic. I don't know why people keep on thinking just because Phil Spencer says, oh, put Banjo-Kazooie in Smash. No, Banjo-Kazooie is not coming to Smash. Hey, Phil Spencer, how about you put Banjo-Kazooie on the Switch? How about you make a Banjo-Kazooie game at all? How about you, okay, like I said, you want Banjo-Kazooie on Smash, how about you offer to make a Banjo-Kazooie game on Switch? Until I hear him say, yeah, we'll put Banjo-Kazooie on Switch, which Microsoft has put games on Nintendo platforms before, until I hear them say that, I don't want to hear any more Banjo-Kazooie talk on being a character in Smash. Until I hear him say that, okay, I don't want to hear it anymore. Because everyone's been saying, oh, Banjo could make it in. No, he's not. No. Put Banjo on the Switch. Put Banjo-Kazooie on the Switch. You want Banjo-Kazooie in Smash Brothers? Then go ahead and make a game for the Switch then, right? There should be no problem. Nobody's going to give you free advertising, bro, for your game. Like, if you're not going to help us out. Like, no, nobody's going to do that for you, Phil Spencer. Not trying to knock Phil Spencer. I mean, that's great if they want, you know, him in there, but it's just empty noise to me. It's nothing. It's like me saying, you know what, guys, one of these days I'm going to, I don't know, dunk a basketball, 360 dunk a basketball in the NBA. Yes, maybe one of these days it happens, but probably not. It's probably never going to happen because I'm only 5'9" and I can't jump as high as I used to jump. And there's no way that I'm 31 years old, you know, and there's no way any NBA team is going to give me a shot. It's like the same thing. It's just empty promises. It's empty noise. It means nothing. It means literally absolutely nothing. Unless Phil Spencer wants to put Banjo-Kazooie on the Switch, then it can mean something, but he doesn't want to. So there you go. So yeah, it's not gonna happen. Exactly. It's like Funimation asking for Goku in Smash. It just makes a headline. It's free marketing, it's free advertisement, it's free headlines. Companies want headlines, right? And when you see Banjo-Kazooie potentially for Smash Brothers, Phil Spencer, it keeps Xbox in the headline. I'm not trying to say that that's a bad thing. It's a good thing. Anytime that you can be in headlines, you want to be in headlines. I don't fault Phil Spencer for saying it and all that. I'm just saying that it's just empty. It literally means nothing. It literally means nothing. So yeah. 31, I'm over the hill. I know, I've been over the... Dude, I was over the hill at 26? Oh, man. I'm not 31 yet. I'll be 31 in less than a month. If I was a little bit taller, I might get a child. No, probably not. Probably not. I'm a football player. All right, Mama Mercy has a $2.50 donation. Thank you, Mama Mercy. Do appreciate the donation. And she says, what about Shantae and Impa from Hyrule for Smash? Impa, yeah, that'd be cool. I'd like Impa, yes. That's something that I can see potentially happening. Impa or Urbosa from Breath of the Wild, one of those two. Shantae, I think Shantae, I wouldn't mind if she was in there. I think Shantae would actually be a great character to design and put in there. But it's not like I'm personally pulling for her. But I think that she would qualify to be in there because over the years, they've been really good with Nintendo. They've put games out on the Switch first. they've done a lot of things for Nintendo, and Nintendo's worked with them. So yeah, I'm not against Shantae being in there. I think Shantae has a case. You know, she can step to the table. You know, she can step to the table. But I mean, you know, I don't know if she'll get in though. 30 is right in your prime for basketball. Yeah, I mean, from what we've seen, 30 is definitely right in the prime for basketball, but that's if you were already ridiculously talented in the first place. I was never, the only time that I could say that if I was ridiculously talented in basketball was like when I was in like 6th grade, because I was really tall for 6th grade. I was 5'6", and I could jump really high, and we had a really good team, so we won states, you know, we won state playoffs. So that would be the only time that to where I can probably say I was better than most people. But I stopped growing and everyone else kept growing, you know. And I got really good at football. I decided to just kind of really focus my energy and my time and effort on football, because being a running back, you can be as short. It doesn't matter how short you are. You can be. I've seen literally 5'4" running backs dominate games. Maurice Jones-Drew is like barely 5'5", 5'6". He was a great running back in the NFL for a really long time. Well, not a long time, but he was a great running back in the NFL. So I mean, you can be short and be in the NFL and be effective. So I just kind of focused. Like once I stopped growing, I think like my sophomore year in high school, I kind of figured that I'm probably not going to grow anymore. That I'm growing, so I really wanted to just focus on football. So yeah. All right, take it easy, Larry. Yeah, that's true. It's a little bit different, I guess, for everyone. Also, injuries and all that stuff can play a part into it. But Mama Mercy, thank you so much for the $2.50 donation. I really do appreciate that. Imagine if Sakurai took all the troll posts for heart, Shrek and Goku would be playable. If Sakurai took all the troll posts to heart, the game would never launch because we'd have 10 million characters in the game. We'd have 1 million characters in the game. Yeah, they did say the same thing. Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie for Smash. It's not happening. What's up, Quiet Lion Gaming? How's it going, man? you lost motivation to play basketball because Iverson quit? I love Iverson too, but okay, I get it. But you wanted to focus. Yeah, you're a quarterback though, so you wanted to focus all your attention on football. I loved Iverson too. But Iverson didn't retire until like, okay, but yeah, you're a lot younger than me though. Yeah, you're a lot younger than me. So I would say, hold up, Iverson retired like when I was like 20 something, like late 20s. OJ, top 5 characters that will not be in your Smash video to complement your top 5 characters video. I'm not really sure. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now, but I'll probably make some more videos talk about more characters that I think might be able to make it in. So we'll have to just wait and see. OJ, how tall am I? I'm about 5'9". OJ, what's up, OJ? The Juice Man. What's up, DJ? How's it going, man? Commander Video for Smash. I love Commander Video, but I'm not sure if I want him in Smash. But I mean, that'd be cool. I know he got a trophy last time, so maybe the Commander gets in there. Oh man. PlayerEssence, what about Nate Robinson? He's short and can ball. Yeah, Nate Robinson can ball, but Nate Robinson can also jump out of the gym. And Nate Robinson, like if you look at all the NBA players, Nate Robinson is he's like the exception. He's definitely not the rule. The general rule of thumb in the NBA is that you gotta be tall. You gotta be tall to be in the NBA. And from everything that I understand, like how many players are under 6 foot in the NBA? There aren't many players that are effective and under 6 foot. And even if you are, you're never going to be like a superstar or like a Hall of Famer. I don't know. Are there any outside of maybe like, I don't think there's any players that are as short as Nate Robinson, who's about my height, 5'8", 5'9". There's not any players that short that have ever been Hall of Famers or multiple time All-Stars like Jordan or like LeBron. Like if you want to be good in the NBA, you need to be tall. Like if you want to be really good, you need to be tall. Like it's not even you need to be at least 6 foot. Like 6 foot is like the minimum that you need to be, because you can't drive into the paint. You can't, I mean, unless you're the best shooter in the world and you can just jack it up from the 3, you can't be effective with 7-footers floating around there. Like it's just, You got to be tall. Height is too important in basketball. It's just too important, you know? Just too important. You'll get swatted. Nothing changes height. Football, there's all sorts of things that you can do in football. You can be an undersized defensive lineman. You can be a 6-foot defensive lineman going against a 6'8" tackle, and you can destroy that 6'8" tackle, that 6'6" tackle. I've seen 5'11" defensive linemen, defensive ends, 6'1" defensive ends absolutely murder 6'5", 6'6" tackles. I've seen them kill them. I've seen tiny corners absolutely destroy tall receivers. Just blast their knees out from underneath them. That's all you got to do. Like, you can chop down people that are tall. I mean, football's a whole different game. Like, being short, being tall is actually somewhat of a disadvantage. You don't want to be too tall in football. You want to be tall, but you don't want to be too tall. Being tall in football is a disadvantage, actually. Quarterbacks, I think there's such thing as too tall for a quarterback. I think the right height is about 6'2" to 6'4", 6'5", somewhere in that range. Quarterbacks that are taller than that, sometimes your trajectory is off. Sometimes it might be off with your receivers. You throw the ball too high. I mean, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, they're right in that 6'4", 6'5" range. I know Peyton's been listed at 6'6", but I mean, you don't want to be too tall. Like, you can't be 7 foot playing quarterback, you know? So, completely different game. Steve Nash, he's listed at 6'3", but I don't think he's really 6'3". I think Steve Nash is about 6'1.5" or so. But yeah. So yeah. But Steph Curry can shoot the lights out of the ball though. And Steph Curry's still 6'2". I've seen Steph Curry up close. Like, I've seen Steph Curry actually close. He was in Los Angeles. I remember it was a couple of years ago. He was in Los Angeles with the family and everything, and you know, we were just there for whatever reason. And Steph Curry is definitely, you can tell that he's over 6 foot. He's not he's short compared to his teammates, but he's not short. He's legitimately 6'2", 6'3". So he's not a short guy in general. He's just short compared to 6'6", 6'7", but he's not short. He's not tiny like Nate. He's not tiny like Nate Robinson. He's not 5'8". And Steph Curry can get up and dunk. And like I said, he can shoot the lights out of the ball. So yeah. How's that NBA game on the Switch? It's really good. It's actually one of the best-selling eShop games ever. eShop games on the Switch ever. It's in the top 10. But anyway, guys, 144. There is 144. I gotta go pick up my daughter. That basically wraps it up for this live stream here. About a good hour and a half. We've got more videos coming, guys. Make sure you check out my channel page. I will link the channel page. If you guys haven't voted for the community page for PE Arena, make sure you do so. I'll link that in the chat. And check out the community page, guys, because it's really awesome. We have some good stuff going up on there, and you can vote for what you want to see for PE Arena. Now, if I haven't added you to my friends list for PE Arena, don't worry. I will be adding people in right before like Friday to Saturday, because there's so many people that are putting in their friend codes. I don't want to continuously add people every single day. I'm just going to add everyone in one day, like Friday night or Saturday morning. Usually I wake up really early for PE Arena, and I wake up and I add everybody who's pledged and sponsored and all of that. So if you want to get in on the action, you can sponsor or you can pledge via Patreon. Links in the description below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Do appreciate that. Also, please make sure you check out my video that I just did, my retro reboot video. That is up, and then I'll have another video at 3:30 p.m. for you guys as well. But my retro reboot video, it's doing pretty good. We already got 1,000 views on the retro reboot video, so thank you guys for that. Do appreciate it. I'll probably do more of it now that we hit 1,000 views pretty quickly. So I do appreciate that, guys. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and link that video. So please check that out. And I will have another video for you guys. It's already ready to go. It'll be up at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. That is in less than 2 hours. So we got more content for you guys right here on PlayerEssence. Smash that like button. See if we can get to 150 likes before we end this, or before, once I see the replay of this stream. So if you can get to 150 likes, guys, hit that like button before you go. I really would appreciate it. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.